guys, what's going on? It's Uncle Tone. How you guys doing? Today we're going to be taking a look at the M-Tech Designs Monaco carbon fiber case for the iPhone 4 and 4S. Those of you who've been watching my videos for a while will know that I did already review this case for the iPhone 4. But with the release of the 4S, M-Tech kind of went back and redesigned this one a little bit. They made a few changes to it to make it compatible with the 4 and 4S, as well as a couple of improvements to it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out. You can pick this one up over on M-Tech Designs website. There will of course be a link to the website right down there in the bottom bar, as there always is. The price of entry on this one is a little bit on the steep side. Being that this is a legitimate carbon fiber case, it's the real deal, real carbon fiber. It sells for 70 Great Britain pounds, which converted into US or Canadian dollars is going to run you about $110 at current exchange rates. So it's not cheap. But those of you who know anything about carbon fiber will know that carbon fiber itself is not cheap to manufacture either. So there you go. You're getting what you pay for here, kind of, because, you know, I mean, carbon fiber is not cheap, and this is legitimate carbon fiber. So there you go. Included with the case, you are going to get one of these Asian, Chinesey, knockoff screen shieldy things. Not really knockoff, I mean it's a screen shield, but you're going to get a screen shield included with this one, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty decent screen shield. I gave it a shot, you know, for a little bit, tried it out a little bit, and it's not bad. You know, as far as included screen shields go, it's up there with the best of them. The one cool thing about the screen shield I did like is it has a colored backing on the outside here where you lay it down, which makes it much easier to install on the white iPhone 4 and 4S. So those of you who have done screen shield installs on the white iPhone will know that it is much more difficult to install the screen shield on the white iPhone 4 than it is on the black one. So cool beans, there you go. Cracking into the package, and let's check out the case itself. Included with the case, you are of course going to get a rather large M-Tech Designs microfiber wrapped up in some plastic here. Really nice big microfiber included with this one, which is cool. Normally you get one of those tiny itty bitty little squares, which are essentially useless. So nice that they include a nice big microfiber with that. That's very cool. And then of course you are going to get the case itself, which as you can see is all fingerprinty because I didn't clean it before I put it back in the package. Well, there you go. It is a little fingerprinty. Being real carbon fiber and having this really nice sheen and gloss finish, it's a little bit fingerprinty. So, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. It goes with any real gloss type thing. Really, you're going to get some fingerprinting and stuff. So, there you go. Basically, what this one is a two-piece hybrid style case with your carbon fiber backplate being one piece, and then your TPU liner being the other piece. So there you go. To put this one on your phone, you're simply going to install the liner first, the TPU material, just like you would any other TPU case or silicone case or whatever. Just slip it up over the edges, bingo bango, and there you go. Cool beans. And then to install the back, simply line it up with the grooves here on the back. There are a couple of slotted grooves here on the side that pop into these little grooves here on the side of the case. So simply line those up, slip one side on. I usually go button side first. General rule of thumb, I generally go button side first. And then take the other side and simply slip it up and onto the case and press it into place, just like so. Make sure it's seated all the way around, and bingo bango, you are done. Cool beans. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of the cutouts. The headphone jack is a little bit on the small side. It does have another cutout there for the secondary microphone as well. It's also slightly off to one side, but that's not really a big deal. It worked just fine with my Monster Turbine coppers, which I have right here beside me, actually, so I can show you. It works just fine with my turbine coppers, as well as, you know, most of my other mobile headset jacks. But if you're using oversized DJ jacks, you might have a little bit of a problem with that, but there you go. Here is one of the other changes that they made. The other version of this case for the iPhone 4 had a cutout for the sleep-wake button, and it was kind of recessed and a little bit hard to get to. You kind of had to dig in there with the tip of your finger a little bit. For this one, they have gone and just completely eliminated the cutout, and they've covered it up, which I actually like a lot better. You get a nice tactile response. You can feel it click when you press it, and it's much easier to operate the sleep-wake button. So I'm a big fan of that change that they made right there. Moving around here to the side, here's where they made it compatible with both the 4 and 4S. With the vibrate switch cutout here, you can see it's a little bit longer. I, of course, have the iPhone 4, but if you have the 4S, your vibrate switch will be down, you know, a little bit more down here, whereas mine is up here. Accessing the vibrate switch is not difficult at all. I can easily flick it with my thumb or with my finger, and as you can see, I have really short fingernails. I keep them cut very short so I don't get food underneath them at work and stuff, you know, working in the kitchen. But I still have no difficulty accessing the vibrate switch whatsoever. It's very simple and very easy. The volume buttons are covered just like the sleep wake button. Again, nice tactile response, really easy to use, no problem at all, works really well. Moving down here to the bottom, you have 3 individual cutouts for your speaker, microphone, and 30-pin dock connector. No real problems here. The dock connector is a little bit on the small side, but I was able to dock this in my GigaWare dual dock. So there you go. It is dockable. It's not, you know, it doesn't add a whole lot of bulk to it. Fits in my dock just fine. And my Apple cable works just fine in here, although one of the third-party cables I have does not. But there you go. It does dock and it works just fine with the Apple cable, so not much of a big deal there. Moving around here to the back with the camera cutout is a little bit on the small side. It's a keyhole style rather than the, you know, typical oval pill-shaped cutout that you would get. There is a little bit of an issue with camera flashback on this one. Despite the fact that this is the silicone TPU material from the inside around there, and it is black and matte finish, I did notice a couple of times when I used the flash there was a little bit of a flashback issue with it. Not really bad, certainly not a big deal, but there was a little bit of flashback, so there you go. Something to be aware of. I rarely ever use the flash on my iPhone, so it's really not a big deal for me. But if you use the flash a lot with your phone, you know, something to be aware of. So there you go. And of course, here you have the gorgeous carbon fiber back, which is just awesome. I love this case. I was a big fan of the first version of this case. The only thing I didn't really like about it was that sleep wake button cutout being cut out rather than the covered one that they have here. But now that they've covered that, I'm a huge fan of this case. This is an awesome case. It is really nice. It feels fantastic in your hand. Those of you who have held real carbon fiber in your hand will know what I'm talking about. When you have that, it's covered with a lacquer, basically. Carbon fiber, for those of you who don't know how it's made in molds. And, you know, they lay down the carbon fibers, inject it with a resin, and then create the carbon fiber with it. It's then covered with a clear lacquer, you know, which is what gives it that super smooth, glass-like feel. It just feels awesome in your hand. It feels really good. And I am a huge fan of this case. I love this case. It's a great case. You also have these 3 little rubber nubs that pop through from the liner. And what those are going to do is when you set it down on the table, those will make contact with the table first to, 1, prevent it from being super slippery and sliding around on the table, and 2, help prevent scratches on the back of your case here so you don't get it all scratched up. Because let's face it, that carbon fiber weave is gorgeous. And you don't want to scratch that up too much if you can help it. So, cool beans. There you go, guys. That is pretty much going to do it for my review on the M-Tech Designs Monaco carbon fiber case for the iPhone 4 and 4S. Big thanks to M-Tech for sending this over to me for review. I was really curious to see the changes they'd made to this version of it, and I like it a lot. I like it even more than I liked the first version. So, there you go. It's almost very close to a perfect case now. So, there you go. Would I pay $110 for it? I don't know. I'm a huge carbon fiber junkie. I love carbon fiber, so I probably would if I was looking for a case to rock exclusively on my phone. Being that I change cases constantly, I probably wouldn't because I get bored very quickly. But for those of you who are into carbon fiber and hardly ever change your case, wouldn't really be a big deal. So there you go. Cool beans. That's going to do it for my review on the M-Tech Carbon Fiber Monaco Case for the iPhone 4 and 4S. If you guys are feeling awesome, don't forget to click the like button down there. It definitely helps me out a lot. Maybe favorite this video, that'd be cool. And thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Rock on.